Welcome back to my workshop. Now today is not a build video or a tool review or anything like that because the workshop's a bit out of action at the moment. So what I'll do is I'll just give you a quick vlog of what's happening in the workshop at the moment and what's coming up. Okay, so first of all, what's happening in the workshop? Right, so at the moment the workshop is a complete disaster. Let me show you around. Now this is what it looks like at the moment. Okay, everything is in a complete state of disarray. Okay, that's my workbench. I mean, how am I supposed to do anything on that? Now what's happening is basically behind me here, okay, this was my wood rack that I did a video on ages ago, and I've had my wood stored up there. But also over here, there was another wood storage. Okay, now all that wood, it's great being in the workshop, but it takes up so much space. So the idea was get rid of all that wood, put it somewhere else, and then rearrange the workshop. So let me show you where I've put it. Right, so I'm outside now. I'm out of the workshop. Right, so I've gone into the garden here. Now, if you remember, last summer, when it was really nice, I built this. Okay, I built my shed. Did a whole series on that. And the whole intention was that this bit was going to be the shed and this bit was going to be wood storage. Now we got to the point now where everything that was in the original shed was in here, this gazebo, which I made out of pallets, by the way, needs a bit of care and attention. But the shed now is ready to be used. So let's have a look inside. Look at that, it's like an organised shed. Okay, apart from this OSB, which is destined for a little project. But yeah, this is all sorted out now. Okay, so this shed now is, it's really Mrs. Little Workshop's domain. Okay, so this is where she's going to do all her potting. I've actually made her, let me show you this. Okay, this is where she's going to do her potting. It's got holes in the bench, so she's got her own little MFT. The idea is, this is for when she's doing some potting here. Yeah, and she makes a bit of mud and she just brush it into here, and then under here we got a little tray. Okay, that's nice. Storage here, storage under here, soil, la-di-da-di-da, chairs, bikes that we never use, all my fuel for my chainsaws, which are over here, and up here I've made a whole loft area. This is for all paints, household paints, etc. Yeah, tools here, and out into the garden. Right, what's going to happen with this? Okay, so this has been up quite a few years now. As I say, I made it all out of pallets, including these, most of these main beams here. They're off some massive pallets. Let's go in here, see what it does with the light. Yeah, so it's all pallets. Right, what's going to happen in here is there's going to be seating all around here, all the way around. This is where the hot tub used to be. And in the middle, we're going to have a fire pit. Okay, so this is just going to be a sitting area, which will be very nice for during the summer if we ever get a chance to do anything. Right, so back to the shed. Now, obviously the intention was that this door is going to be for my wood storage. Let's open that. I now have wood storage. Okay, so I've just used this bit. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Right, so I've used twin slot rail, okay, with these brackets. I've got, let's have a look, up the top here, I've got long lengths of hardwood. I've got a squeaky door. So up the top here, I've got long lengths of hardwood. This is all softwood, rough sawn. Most of it's rough sawn, some of it's planed, but just rough wood. Down here, I've got some chunky hardwood at the back here, which would be great for wood turning. Then right at the bottom here, that's all garden wood, so for garden construction. I've got a kickstool, which I'm going to leave in here so I can reach the top shelves. At the back here, I've got all my boards. Now this goes all the way back to the wall here. I've got some worktops, long sheets, more of that than I expected. Okay, and I've stolen a little bit of loft space here out of the main shed. Now this is all very tiny bits of offcuts of little bits of hardwood. Yeah, all the stuff that I don't want to throw away, but it's all useful. I've got some bits of wood here which are seasoning, hopefully some bowl turning. I've got some more softwood and bits of ply, and then down the bottom I've got some more hardwood. And right down the very bottom where it belongs, the MDF. So now I've got all this storage, I've got to sort out the workshop. Right, so that's the shed. I've got all my storage sorted out. That's freed up a bit of space. Now obviously at the moment what we've got is a big skip which we're filling up with crap out of the workshop. So let's get back in the workshop. So back in the workshop, I haven't really got a plan at the moment. I'm trying to formulate some sort of plan of what I'm going to do in the workshop, but I'll give you a rough idea. Right, so at the minute the CNC machine is still here. This is on its own cart obviously, which can move around. I can't really use it at the minute because I've got the laser parked on top of it, so I have to move all the laser off to use the CNC. Here obviously was where my wood storage was. At the moment I've just shoved in my planer thicknesser under here, under this pile of rubbish, more rubbish here. This is where my wood was, so now I've got to free all that up, take all these brackets down, so that'll give me free space there. And what I want to do is put some sort of bench or rolling cabinet across here, build an enclosure for the laser, and maybe an enclosure for the CNC. Okay, that's going to be quite big, but that means I can use it a little bit later at night and have a bit better dust extraction. Okay, so I don't know whether I'm going to keep all these bottom cupboards and top cupboards at the moment. That's to be decided. I might even move my table saw down to this end. Oh, I don't know, making it all up as I go along. But all of this rubbish has all got to be cleared away because I can't do anything at the moment. And up the top here, there's some long bits. None of it's wood, most of it's metal, so I've got to try and find somewhere for that. So at the moment, the workshop is a disaster, but there's work in progress. So what's coming up? Well, one of the most important things coming up soon is Makers Central. That starts soon. It's on the 13th and 14th of May. It's Easter now, so not long now. I haven't even bought my ticket yet, but I will be going. Hopefully I'll get there on the Sunday. I'll only be going for the one day. So if you're there and you see me, just say hello. Yeah, I'm more than happy to say hello to everybody. It'd be nice to meet up with some of the other makers that I know. Okay, hopefully it's going to be a good one this year. I think Vectric have got a big stall there this year. I believe Colin Furs is going this year. And hopefully I'll just get a chance to meet some of the other makers. Okay, so if you're there, say hello. If you're not, might do a video. I don't know yet. It might be the same as last year's. All right, so that's coming up soon. Makers Central. Right, so what projects have I got coming up? Well, one of them that's been on the cards for ages, I got one of these and I got the contents of this box. Now basically this is a cyclone and this is a bin. Okay, and the idea is I'm going to make myself a decent dust extraction system. I've got all the bits, I just haven't got time to put them together at the moment. So that's one project. Hopefully I'll be doing some videos on that. What else have I got? Right, those of you that follow me on Instagram may have already seen this. Had a bit of a disaster. Had some sort of kickback with my Festool track rail. Here we go. Look, something nasty happened. There's all bits have come off it. So at the moment, I can't use this. So I've got to somehow recover this. So that's another little project that's coming up. Right, so the next videos that are going to be coming up are probably some more on the blades change series. Now I've already done quite a few. I've done the biscuit joiner, the jigsaw, the reciprocating saw, the electric planer, the scroll saw and the utility knife. Now obviously there's loads more to do, so I'll be making those videos over the next month or so, and hopefully some of them are going to be useful. Okay, now they're more for a reference, so if anybody new wants to watch the channel, they can see these. So if they're new into woodworking, they're obviously, the videos are not designed for experienced woodworkers because you probably already know these things. Okay, but I've got more tools that I've got to change the blades on, and I just thought I'd share the experience with you. So there's more coming up. Right, so what have I been watching recently? Well, obviously the usual candidates have all been being watched. The one I continuously watch is Workshop Banter. Now this is obviously with Rag and Bone Brown, so Keith Brown and Matt Smith have joined forces, and they do a podcast, and also it's broadcast on YouTube as well. Always great. Yeah, it's definitely worth a listen or a watch. If you do anything in the workshop, they cover a vast variety of subjects. Most of them are relevant to what we do as creators, just basically how life goes in the workshop. Now obviously Keith has just finished doing some projects. He's got himself a lumberjack table saw, and I'm interested to see how that gets on. He's done a little bit on that so far, and also he's just made a bin because his cat keeps on eating all his rubbish. Now Matt has finally got himself out of his tent in his garden, workshop tent that is, and he's finally finished making his workshop now proper. So that's interesting. It's been interesting to watch. Whole series of videos to watch on that. Okay, so that's Rag and Bone Brown and Badger Workshop. Now one other interesting channel I've been watching, nothing to do with woodwork, but this is just general random subjects that are normally based on some sort of scientific information, and it's Tom Scott. Now he covers all sorts of subjects, and it's just fascinating. I find a lot of them fascinating. Everything from shooting ranges that go across roads, and canoeing through driving McDonald's or float through McDonald's, all this sort of stuff. Endlessly entertaining as far as information goes. Every day is a school day, so you learn something every time you watch that. So that's Tom Scott. If you get a chance, check out his channel. Right, a quick update on how the channel's doing this month. In the last 28 days, I've had 199 new subs. I've had 42,000 views on my videos, which equates to about 209,000 minutes watched. And now, to me, that's quite amazing. It's not as big as the big boys who do YouTube videos, but for me, that's quite a lot of people. 209,000 minutes of people watching my videos. That's astounding. Now at the moment it's been a slow build up, but I'm now on 4,200 subscribers. I've been doing this a few years now. It's gradually building up. I haven't got as many as a lot of the big boys, but it's only me in my little shed. All right, so that's a quick update on how the channel's doing. Right, so I think I'll leave it there now. I've got to get on and finish doing this workshop. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but let's give it a shot. Right, hopefully I'll see some of you at Makers Central. If I don't see you and you go, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. So for me, for now, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Electric planers, utility knives. What else have I done? Oh, I can't even remember. Oh yeah, a bit of a continuity issue. I've changed my top, but never mind. My usual woodworking channels. The one I continuously watch is that was all a bit rubbish. Here is as good as the other channels. Should I do that? I'll do that all again because that was rubbish.